How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Off the Top with Eric Paris and Red. We are back together once again.
Yes, sir.
I'm your host Eric, and joining me tonight are
Your boy P.
And it's your boy Rig.
what's up, fellas? How's it going?
It's been
Sure.
good, man. It's been good, man. Can't complain at all.
Yeah.
1 week break because of Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
miss that, or I'll be in the doghouse for sure.
Yeah. Did you catch the last episode that we had with the special guest Seth?
Yeah,
fucked with it.
that
I
was
fucked
good.
with
It
it.
was funny.
Yeah, I was telling you guys, like behind the scenes, we recorded a full episode. It was a full hour length episode, but it was one of those ones where like I'm editing, and then, it's kind of fucked up. Like, so, like, don't get me wrong. Like the stories, he's a fascinating guy. He is an
For
enigma,
sure.
but some of the stories we told, I was like, maybe not what people want to hear
Okay.
on their weekend, you know?
Right.
Man, bro.
Yeah,
Every
he's very funny.
Yeah.
every video reel I sent to people of that the regional manager. They just was laughing at it. Like she gave up all hope on her little employees.
Yeah. My favorite part about that is I was like, oh, I don't remember you telling me that one. And he was like, yeah, there's a reason. Like I was traumatized. Yeah. Well,
yeah, I can imagine being on the ground and you just like, oh my god,
I'd quit on the spot. I'm
Man.
throwing the forks next. Like, are you shitting me?
right? You're gonna look down on me.
I deal with a lot of regional managers, like CEOs and stuff like that come to the stores and be like, I heard you're the manager. I heard you've been doing this and this been going on. Bro, you can't have a speck of dust on the ground. You feel me?
Right.
And for you to be on the ground with all the spoons around you and look up, like, oh yeah, they damn near want to fire you on the spot type
Right.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that shit would have had me. I would have been so embarrassed, bro.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. So, this particular episode, there's some of the stuff that Seth and I talked about last week is going to be coming back, little updates here and there. But yeah, this one's going to be all over the place. A lot of movie and TV news, a lot of gaming news. And then, of course, I think the big thing that everyone's talking about is, we'll actually start there, is this Diddy video that surfaced over the weekend or last week. CNN released this video from 2016 when Diddy and Cassie were together. And it is a rough watch. It is not one that, like, if any listeners or viewers out there haven't seen it yet, full discretion, it is not. You don't have to. Like it is very brutal to watch. So yeah, basically in the video, Diddy, reportedly there was a fight that happened in the hotel room. Cassie gets hit in the face, black eye. She tries to leave while Diddy's asleep. Diddy wakes up, follows her to where she is at in the elevator area of the hotel floor, hits her from behind, drags her to the floor, kicks her a couple times, and then it just escalates from there. You know, he's throwing vases at her and shit, and then inevitably drags her back to the room. But yeah, the big story here is that this video didn't see the light of day when it happened. It came out the other day. 8 years later? You know, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, like it has a lot of people on the internet, deservedly so, saying, I'm starting to believe Diddy did a lot of the shit he's being accused of over time. So I want to get your guys' thoughts on that. Like, did you watch it? Were you like, ooh, it's over now? Or are you still like, doesn't prove the more serious crimes? Like, where are you guys at in this whole...
Yeah, I was saying he was barbecued because with all the serious allegations that he's already gone through, when you get video proof that's undeniable, I mean, it ain't really too much you can do about it, regardless if it was 8 years ago.
Right.
I mean, your character mean everything, especially in public opinion, and when that's gone, ain't nothing else you can do about it.
Right.
I feel the same way, but he's so high up. It was a reason why it came out this damn late. You feel me? He paid some people off or whatever it may be, but for them to say it passed the statute of limitations, and they had
7
that.
years. Yep.
They had that shit the whole time and waited exactly 1 year past the deadline, bro. That been in their back pocket. You feel me?
Too much of a coincidence, yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people were saying that it was speculation that that video, it must have been like on a USB, and when his house got raided, that's when they found it.
Oh, okay. All right. So they leaked it to the press, and then
Yeah, because they can't do nothing about it legally. You can't charge him for it, so the only thing you can do is, mess up his character.
yeah.
But why would he have incriminating evidence on his damn self? If it
That
was
was
only
probably
on
that
my
was if it was
The
hotel if it was hotel surveillance, that's probably what they bought it off him,
yeah, yeah.
so it won't get out.
The rumor that I heard, again, I don't know how much this is true. I haven't really dug too much research on this,
hmm
but what I had heard that the hotel that could be the employees working that day, whoever was doing security, I don't know who, but someone related to the hotel was paid $50,000 to keep that under wraps, like not do anything with it. And
Okay.
apparently,
Mm.
after the fact, I mean, it's kind of it's shitty. It's a strike while the iron's hot situation. Diddy is fucking nuclear at this point. Like I think the Drake Kendrick thing was kind of something that he was like welcoming of, ooh, I can like
It can die this shit
take a
down.
back seat while no one's
Yeah.
looking at me. And then this video comes out and it's like, ooh, no, you're red hot again, So, yeah,
Mm.
it's interesting. A lot of speculation. No one really knows exactly how this video got out there. But
If
yeah,
that did
it's
happen, I
not great.
wonder how much money did they make paying selling it again.
Yeah, that's the thing because honestly, I was surprised CNN broke this.
Yeah, it did. It went to them first.
You expect TMZ.
Or
TMZ
50
is
Cent.
all over shit like this.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there was like a, hey, we got this video. Let's try and see like who's going to be the highest bidder, and maybe it was CNN or
hmm
maybe a disgruntled hotel employee quit, got fired, whatever, and was like, oh, CNN, I
Need some money.
need some cash. Here you go.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But yeah, it's a rough video to watch, especially after coming at the heels of this was his son, Diddy's son, was it King Combs?
Yeah.
Has a diss track at 50 Cent, and in it says some incriminating shit like the FBI raided us, but we put it in the other house. It's like
Yeah.
maybe not the best thing to put in a song.
Bro, dumbest
I didn't
dog
even hear
shit,
it.
bro. Yes,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
He said they hit the wrong house or something like that. And I was like,
yeah.
Now they about to hit all your houses.
come on.
Like there's a really good podcast I listen to called the Underworld Podcast, and it's all about this, like it's all about organized crime, like the seedy, like Yakuza, that type of shit. And like
Okay.
they say all the time, don't Instagram your crimes. Up there is don't put your crimes in a verse in a diss track. Like the dumbest thing you could
Bobby
have done.
Smurder.
Yeah.
King Von.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They put
like-
real life events in them damn songs.
Yeah, like dates.
Yeah.
Y&W Melly. Like yeah, like naming people and locations. Yeah. Just dumb. I don't know what the hell's going on.
hmm
But yeah, I
Mhm.
said it in the group chat. It would not surprise me if more video footage from other places, because
Yeah.
to me this isn't an isolated incident. Like, could it be a very unfortunate one? There's a really small percentage of that being true, but I think you're going to see more Diddy footage get
Yeah.
released in the
Yeah, 'cause I
coming
remember we talked about it on
months.
our previous podcast a long time ago on how we thought it was just a money grab, but we also was like, well, if he got paid or if she got paid off that fast, she got something on him.
The Cassie settlement,
Mhm.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
huge. Yeah, so time will tell with this one. It's not looking good for Diddy though.
Yeah.
He released a apology video today, kind of like
Eight
it's
years
kind
ago?
yeah, it's well, it's kind of hard to take it seriously when the background is literally like a Bali vacation house. Like you can tell he's in the tropics.
Boy,
He's-
living good.
yeah, he's not feeling too bad, I mean, even
Yeah.
YouTubers will give you the courtesy of being in a bare white room. Looking,
Exactly.
yeah,
I was about to say that.
Mhm.
Bro, he 2 flights away from being from a country that has no extradition laws.
Oh yeah,
I already feel it. By the time they catch him, he
weird.
gonna be too late.
Yeah.
Like
Remember we was talking about it was gonna be a surviving Diddy,
Yeah.
Bro,
and that's just part one.
you know, Tubi already got that shit out.
Yeah, I
The
remember.
downfall of Diddy or some shit.
I want to say there was another one that I think TMZ came up with one. Is it on Netflix or YouTube right now? But yeah, like more and more are popping up. It's again like it's not good if you're out in public, seemingly innocent, and videos like this are coming up about you.
Yeah,
like it's almost like a TikTok. It's coming, like
for sure.
it's got to be rough.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
the age of social media. Everything comes to the light, and it comes to the
yeah,
light fast. You can't do
And
yeah.
no PR management. It's a wrap.
that that digital footprint crazy. That's another reason why that podcast be telling people do not record shit because it's gonna be somewhere, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah. People are, and the thing is, when something like a little small thing happens, you have people. Again, everyone's got haters. Those people
Mm-hmm.
are zeroed in now. You're under a microscope. You can't slip up.
Hmm.
So yeah, not looking good for Diddy.
Yeah.
Looking great for 50 Cent though. Like he's loving
Yes.
this. He's loving this.
Love that shit, bro. I stay
uh,
on his page laughing at his damn posts.
all right, yeah. Moving on to some more entertainment news. A lot of movie news has come out, and James, you might like some of this stuff.
Talk to me.
Um, First one, I don't know if you guys know, golf has made a big comeback. You guys, Adam Sandler is officially confirmed Happy Gilmore 2 at Netflix, so people are going to be happy about that
I
one.
just watched Happy Gilmore 1 again like last week.
Yeah, but there's I think Netflix has a show. What the fuck is it called? Can't remember. It's similar to the Formula One show Drive to Survive, but they follow a handful of professional golfers during the PGA Tour,
Okay.
and for fans of golf, they love it because you don't really see these candid interactions with these golfers. You just see them from the cameras being 80 yards away from them. So you see them get pissed. You see their daily life. It's more
Are they
character
mic'd up?
building. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're doing like
I know
one-on-one
they talking
interviews to the
shit.
camera. Yeah. So yeah, golf has definitely had a resurgence, and I'm sure that helped push Happy Gilmore 2
Mm-hmm.
in the advanced stages of production. Moving on to the next one, Donnie Yen is going to reprise his John Wick Chapter 4 Blind Assassin Kane in a standalone Lionsgate film. So the world of John Wick is expanding.
Yeah.
He is. We're probably going to see more of Asia in there, if anything.
Yeah.
So, what are you feeling, James? You like this? You like this
Oh
idea?
my god, that's beautiful. It needs to do his Let me get comfortable. So it needs to do Bro, I literally got every John Wick movie on Blu-ray and I got it on 4K.
Right.
And I stream everything still, but I need the hardcovers. But they need to show the background story of him before he got blind when they first kidnapped his daughter, and him trying to get through, navigate through the world and becoming one of the top ranking killers type shit.
You want like an origin story?
Yeah, I want one of those because John Wick didn't kill like damn near half the high table. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's nobody left in that bitch. After that ended, if it do it, it'll be a mainly him story, and it'll guest star a John Wick cameo somewhere, and he gonna kill the rest of the hot table.
Yeah.
But at least let me take it back a little bit. Let me see how you got here, bro. Why did they kidnap your daughter? Type shit. Who was your blood oath to? You know what I'm saying? That kept her alive and not just dead like they would have did in the first place.
Right.
So I can't wait. And then he's so fucking smart, bro. That little ding dong bell he put on the wall, and they walk by, ding, and he just blow that shit back. Oh my gosh, that man is he used his.
I need to figure out they training because what the hell? Like they just go from 0 to 100. Like you just see the finished product of people who are obviously trained assassins, and you just the top of the top. I need to see, like you said, the origin story of how the hell they got to the top, where they just known by one name.
Yeah,
like you the shit. You one name basis or a nickname. You don't even get a name, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of what was that one character, Benicio del Toro and Sicario. Like this dude is working with the CIA, he's killing everybody, and it's like he was. I want to say like he was like a attorney, and like
he was an attorney, and that
and he turned to that life, and it's like
Bro,
how did you come to this?
They killed his wife and his daughter,
yeah,
and he was like, "This is me now," and he working with black off-site crews, and he one of the top dogs in that bitch, bro.
I want to. Yeah, you're right. I do want to see the training of that. Like, I want to see the first firearms instruction.
What built me to get here?
Right. But yeah,
because it's like everybody got skills, but you need to see like the premise, like what's the prerequisite to get into this cult? Because you can't just be anybody. Oh, I just know how to shoot a gun. Okay, but do you know how to hit somebody in close range? Do you not hit somebody in far range? Do you not strategically, get through this by yourself?
What got you through the door? Like,
Yeah.
what set you apart? Yeah.
Because a lot of times it is the families. If you look at John Wick family, it's that wrestling ballerina family that he come from, that last name that he really don't speak about. But it really don't tell you what even got you in that door anyway, like you just said, P. So yeah, let me know what got him into that, that side. Was he a driver? Was he just a accountant or some shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to see that part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And why are you so fixated on that damn dog?
His wife, bro.
Yeah.
I know.
I was about to say what?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's cool seeing the John Wick world expand because I think this is the second spinoff they've announced. I think the first
Because
one
they got the Continental, right?
Ballerina. Well, that's a TV show. Okay, yeah, so the third one. So the TV show, The Continental, they have Ballerina coming out next year with Ana de Armas. I think it's a prequel for John Wick.
Gotta be.
Keanu is going to be in there a little bit, but he's not the main
Ooh,
character.
for sure.
But yeah, it's cool. Like it's cool seeing this like world building being allowed to happen in this universe. I think as soon as people saw like those gold coins, people were like, "How does that work?" And then they just were like, "All right, we got a ton of ideas now." So
Yeah.
it's cool to see that.
Yeah.
Moving on, the next bit of news: NBC Universal Studio chief Donna Langley had an interview, and she kind of shed light on the future of the Fast and Furious franchise. The final movie, she says, is going to be a slower paced, back in LA, mellower thing. It's not going to be a big bombastic thing. What do you think about that, James? You love it, I see.
She a fucking lie. First of all, hold on. Let me calm down because I see we in the red over here. This is part 2 to one of the most over the top Fast and the Furious, feature films in there, right? And this one is focused on the Dwayne the Rock Johnson because they keep beefing, so they can't be in the same damn movie now. Yeah. So the first part was Vin Diesel part, and this one gonna be the Rock part. And if that was over the top, and it's supposed to be the very last one, the part 2, how would you mellow that out, bro?
Yeah,
that don't even make sense.
It's interesting. I mean, I get it though, because I think there is a core. I think fans of Fast and Furious are different to fans of the Fast and Furious franchise.
I am.
There are people that like the original for what it was, an awesome LA car heist movie. And then after that, it got to this bombastic Transformers level action epic.
G.I. Joe type shit.
Yeah. So I think it's, for me, it's cool. Like I consider myself part of the first group. I like the first one, and then the other ones I kind of fell off. But hearing this news, I'm back in. Like, oh, I definitely see them go back to LA for a smaller contained story. Like that's interesting to me. Like,
if anything, they should just make the part 2, keep it how part 1 was, and then make a final movie after that, and then make that one
just add another one.
That would make the most sense. But they did just say it's gonna be I don't want to say a spinoff, but it's gonna be set in the universe, and it's gonna show that John Wick is gonna be not say John Wick, Vin Diesel gonna be leaving it, and it's gonna be bringing in another guy, Johnny something, or is that the director or some shit? But it's gonna slowly transition it back to the roots. But they said that was after the main saga is over and the new saga starts. But they got a new first actor.
Keep that shit going forever.
Yeah. It ain't stopping.
So here's the quote. It was from an interview with Variety's co-editor-in-chief, Ramin Sitodi. I butchered that. She insists there's still gas in the tank of the Fast and Furious franchise. Langley suggested that Dom Toretto and his crew may be getting a tune-up after the 11th film in the series opens up in 2026. Quote, "Where we go next is a question," Langley said. "We may pivot another time and bring it back to the streets of LA. And maybe make it more of an intimate story." So
see now, okay, that makes more. She said after 11.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm back on board because you better not turn 11 into that shit. You might as well keep it rolling, bro. Keep it going.
Yep. Yeah, that wouldn't make no sense.
But yeah, you're right though, P. Like even though they are kind of like in the late stages of sunsetting Fast and Furious franchises, that doesn't mean they're going to stop making movies. Weirdly, like
Yeah.
like they want to end it, but at the same time, it's like, oh
Mhm.
well, we could definitely branch this off more.
They already got a 3D one on Netflix where it's kind of like a child, one.
Oh, do
Everybody
they?
a teenager with cars.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. It's doing pretty good. I think they're about to renew it for a season 2.
Yeah,
All
cars will
right.
never go out of style. That's the thing. But
Facts.
when y'all
Especially in
start doing
America.
CIA type training out of nowhere,
Yeah.
that's when you lose me.
Yeah, once they had Ludacris organizing street races and then hacking into like secret government like safes and shit, that's when I was like, I'm out.
Bro, yeah,
I'm
Mhm.
out.
I literally said that, bro. Because 1, grounded. 2, a little cartoony because everything was just,
Yeah.
and then 3, 4, Tokyo Drift was cool. It was a little
Yeah,
corny. 4, peak. You know what I'm saying? Fast
peak.
5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It started getting into that we on the run type shit. But then after that, when what was that? I don't want to say 4 was peak because that was kind of slow. 5 was peak. When it started getting, when everybody left the Dominican Republic with the big safe and all that money, that's when everybody turned to high trained assassins and, like you said, super hackers and God's Eye. And I was, all right, bro. Who are we? 007?
yeah,
Like, it's too far.
Mhm.
It's too far.
yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Moving on, guys. Will Smith is coming back in a big way. He kind of took a hiatus.
Mhm.
Wasn't really his choice. Like,
Right.
Yeah, that slap.
had to lay low. Yeah. But he's coming back. The big movie that everyone's talking about is he is going to be joining Michael B. Jordan for the sequel of I Am Legend.
Yes,
So I
sir.
want to
Ooh.
ask you guys:
I heard about that.
Are you guys
Ooh,
looking
okay.
forward to that?
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
They
You,
gonna
you didn't
use
know about
the
it, P?
Hell no, I ain't know nothing
Okay.
about that.
All right.
yeah.
Oh
They gonna
yeah.
use the extended version cut where he actually lives and go
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the
Yeah,
yeah, they gonna use that cut.
they're retconning the DVD ending, which
Mm-hmm.
I think is a good choice. So yeah, like, what do you guys want to see out of this? Like, do you want to see? Because Will Smith is of a certain age, but he's also a fucking summer movie action star. Like, do
For
you want
sure.
him to be the lead, or do
No.
you want to be? Oh, okay. So you want Michael B. Jordan to be the lead,
Yes, I
and
am a Michael B. Jordan fan. I'm not
like
gonna
the
lie to you.
mentor kind of Will Smith. Okay, all right. What about you, P?
Uh, I kind of like. Well, I guess it'd be more for nostalgia's sake that I like to keep Will Smith as the lead and have Michael as the co. And then for the third one, then it can be solely Michael.
Oh shit. All
Because
right.
if
Well,
you're
the
gonna
third one.
wait almost 10 years to come out with another one, let Will Smith ride out into the sunset with the second one, and then his new stage fans, because Michael B. Jordan is what, our age, like mid-30s.
Yeah.
So let
Mhm.
him carry on the torch for the next 2 movies or so.
It's gonna be rolling just like the Rocky films.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that universe is interesting because we only got uh
New York.
New York version, so
Yeah.
we need to know what's going on in the world. But don't let this motherfucker just be a CIA agent like we just talked about with the yeah,
Can
just
do
keep it
everything.
grounded,
Yeah.
make it
Yeah.
realistic. Because they did go into that army base, so obviously it's a good organization that's out there that know what they're talking about. So
Right.
as
Mm-hmm.
long as you keep it in a realistic realm, but you can go across the United States, all right, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
What I think is gonna happen is Will Smith is gonna be doing his Will Smith shit. He's gonna be good. He's gonna be really knowledgeable. He's gonna be helping people. But you got to remember, he low key off his shit a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Remember, he was yelling at fucking dolls and shit.
Well, I
He
mean, he
gonna
was
go.
isolated for a long
Yeah,
time, but yeah, understandably so.
yeah. So I think some shit gonna happen. He gonna hurt himself, like hurt his leg on a mission or whatever. And then that's when Michael B. Jordan is gonna take that role off. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think is gonna happen. And he's still gonna play a part in the movie, but I think that's is when it's going the main character part gonna switch over.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know?
as long as they show that it's more people that's immune to whatever that disease was.
Ah, yeah.
So
Okay.
like if like with that vial that Will Smith got from his blood and give it to that girl, if they see other people has that gene, then I can understand Michael B. Jordan carrying, the torch. But
Mhm.
if Will Smith is the only one and he dies, then it's a wrap. Like you're gonna take his body and extrapolate all his blood and make multiple vaccines. I mean, ain't
On
really.
some Last of Us type shit.
That's what I was. That's
Yeah.
literally what I was about to say.
Yeah.
This sounds like the black version of The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Like, it does. Like you
It
have
do,
them going
though.
across the country. The torch goes from Joel to
Ellie.
Ellie. Like it sounds exactly like that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Yeah,
And then like it would be like
Damn.
Will Smith being the one doing the ultimate sacrifice, but in spoilers for The Last of Us, he actually goes through with it instead of Joel saving him at the end,
Yeah.
right? So I mean,
But
I
I
could see Will Smith dying in the
I-
second one.
I would like to see what happened to the people that was because when the alternate version where the dude got his wife back, the zombie got his wife back,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then he tried to talk. I need to see how advanced they got
Flesh
over
that
time.
out. Yeah, flesh that out.
Yeah, if we're again, it's one based on a book. I've read it. It's not
Okay.
great. It's not like they are so vastly different that like I watched the movie first.
Yes,
And
yeah.
I love the movie. I'm like, oh, this is great. And then I read the book and I was like, this book kind of fucking sucks. Like, but like, I'm sure if I read it the other way around and, read the book first and watched the movie second, I'd be disappointed in the movie. That's just how it goes.
Did the book come out first?
It did.
Of course.
Yeah.
Most of the time it is.
Came out like in the 80s. It's an older book,
Oh
but
yeah, you're right.
But yeah, like the vampires or zombies, whatever you want to call them, they speak like, and they're more like vampires, and there's way different shit happens, but yeah, like it's
Tell me a big difference if you can remember one.
I mean, there's a plot point where so like they are harassing him outside of his house, like they're
come outside, bitch.
Yeah. They're like, come out, Neville, come out. Like they're yelling his name. And there's a plot point where he sees a woman and he saves her and brings her inside his house. And then he ends up finding out that she isn't a healthy woman. She actually is one of these zombies that has excessive makeup on her to make her appear alive. And like I think he ends up, if I recall, that's like the third act of the book. He ends up finding out, but he ends up getting captured in the end. And that the whole idea of the book is him being the only one. So it's not like there's other people with this gene. He is the only one. He is literally legend. Like he's the last one. Like there's no making others,
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, like as far as like the sequel goes, I no idea from the books about where this is going to go. Anywhere. Yeah. So, I mean, it kind of has that luxury. Like they don't have to stick to a book. So I kind of like that because I did like the movies better, the movie better than the book. So,
all right, for sure.
But yeah, I it'll be cool to see. Again, like I'm a sucker for, zombie movies, and especially if they have a different take, I'm in,
And that's a world that's hard as hell because they run too. So
man,
your cardio better be superior, boy. You talk about V8 engine legs, boy.
Yeah, they sprint, and there's so many of them though. It's so many.
It's
they
literally
coming from this
everybody.
angle, that angle. Yeah,
and they strong as hell too.
Yeah. And they understand what's going on. Like they got a good grasp, even though they rabbit. They rabbit as hell, but they got a good grasp of what's going on. Don't let you sit in the cut and let off a few rounds and shit. They're gonna be like, "Oh, it's coming from over there." Everybody, head that way type shit.
Right.
It's not something you can do for long.
Yeah. That Pharaoh, they smart as hell.
Yeah. In the book, I guess you could say that's where they're a little more dangerous. They could communicate like regular people. Like it wasn't like they were feral or
it's a rap thing. You might as well just come on
out.
Come on out, Johnny.
Hey guys, come on, turn me. Whatever you about to do, bro, do your thing.
Right. Just don't eat me. Just transition.
Bite this bitch. Bite me.
Right. Oh, I ain't trained. Hey, man, dog, that bite ain't turned me, bro. Just leave me alone. I ain't gonna fuck with y'all. Let me just leave New York. Y'all got it. Y'all got it, boss.
Packing the bags today.
You got it, boss.
I ain't need to take your wife, bro. My bad.
That's my fault.
She had on makeup, bro. What you expect me to do? I thought she was one of us.
Yeah. Just leave me and my mannequins alone.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's over, man.
All right. What's the other news?
Did you? I don't know if it's on the list, but did you hear about the 28 years later?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I think we
yes.
talked about
Yeah,
that
yeah.
a few podcasts ago.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Last time we talked about 28 weeks later, it was officially in the process of, all right, they're early development.
Okay.
And it has the big news from it since is Cillian Murphy has confirmed that he is coming back. The main character from the first film, 28 Days Later. This will be 28. I think it's still a working title.
Yeah,
But
28 years.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I don't
because
know if
they were
that's
supposed to do. I seen a YouTube this morning. They was going to do 28 months, but they said 28 months was still peak
I was about to say that.
pandemic, so that's why they made it 28 years.
Tom,
right.
yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
So
it'll
they
be
wanted,
interesting.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad Cillian Murphy's back because, and when the first one came out, he was relatively, for the U.S. audience,
Like a
relatively
new
unknown.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and now he's probably one of the top premier actors after Oppenheimer and Peaky Blinders. So it's
Fat.
cool seeing him.
Wait,
It's cool
that's
seeing him
him?
come back. Yeah,
I'm looking at his face. That's crazy. Yeah. He
yeah.
blew up. He blew up.
He's what was his name, Thomas Shelby or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like it's cool seeing him go back to the movie that kind of first
Put
got
him
him
out.
attention in the U.S. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was doing stuff in the UK and stuff, but that was definitely his big
They
international hit.
I ain't gonna lie, man. UK should be trash.
That's a take.
Disclaimer, y'all.
That's why they come over here, man. Let's be honest with that shit. That shit trash.
I mean, I did hear they food trash, but I ain't know nothing about their content.
Now,
Yeah.
okay, they do put out some decent movies, but you know, it's still trash. Like, I think it's probably the budget, or it's because they legally can't have guns, so they everything be over the top fake with it. But
Oh,
it ain't for me.
I honestly I feel that way with like Korean stuff. Like my
Mhm.
mom watches a lot of K dramas and stuff. If you watch American like dramatized television, we got drugs, we got guns, we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
murder, we got shootings, we got getting chopped up with machetes and put in oil barrels.
Mm.
In Korea, they're not allowed to have guns. So like the big dramatic way that people die in Korean dramas, 9 times out of 10 is a car accident.
Oh, brother.
Right?
This guy
So I mean,
stinks.
yeah. So you're watching and you're like, oh, okay, like there's only so much they can do,
Yeah. And gotta have a lot of
But
butcher knives.
yeah. But I mean, like to defend UK movies and stuff, their acting is top tier. Like I got to give that up to them. Like there's a
Yeah.
reason why British actors are constantly winning Oscars
For
over
sure,
American
for sure.
actors.
I can agree that the actors are really good actors, but the films, it ain't hitting. They
Ain't
know
hitting.
America got the films. They know British people got the actors. That's why they're here. You know what I'm saying? We
You
good.
like Guy Ritchie movies?
Is that the Feet Man?
No, that's Quentin Tarantino.
Oh yeah, his little freaky ass.
Yeah, he's gotta do something to get that label off of it. Because do you mean this guy or this guy? No, it's just the one. But no, Guy Ritchie, he makes British crime drama or not dramas, British crime movies, and they're fucking awesome. So like movies like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Rock and Rolla.
Oh, that was one of my favorite movies, bro.
Yeah, he makes those movies.
I love his art style. It's always like this is where we at, and then it's like flashbacks here, flashbacks there.
Yeah,
this character he pops up and then be like, boom, let me tell you how he
yeah. Very gritty, fast paced edits. Another one he did that I fucking love. It's Snatch, and it's got Brad Pitt, like a young Brad Pitt is in it in this UK crime movie, and he plays a pikey character. So like he's got like this weird accent no one really understands.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like like watch those movies and then tell me you don't like British movies, right? Because like I love those movies. They're so fucking good. Yeah. Skip King Arthur though. That's a trash movie that he did.
Yeah, that was trash. But no, Rock and Roller, I like. The Gentleman, I like. They did it so well though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Another one? Layer Cake's another good one. Like they did a lot of good ones. That's got Daniel Craig, 007.
Okay. I'm not about to go on Netflix and look up the UK movies. Them all trash. But you name some, bro. Okay, P. He's naming top tier shit, and then the gap is like this.
Well, I mean, like there's there's a lot of period dramas. Like I'm not gonna say watch The King's Speech because I know that's not up your alley.
Is that the one with Frank?
No, that's the one with Jeffrey Rush. He literally plays the king that had a stutter during World War.
Oh yeah. I did watch that. It was a slow burn.
Yeah, I see. Like the Guy Ritchie ones I know will be up your alley, and they happen to be British. So
Okay.
don't shit on the British movies. They're good.
I said what I
Hey,
said.
y'all the movie
I,
mogul.
I
I say
stand
that.
on
Say
this
that for
hill,
y'all.
sir.
yeah, they're basically like British John Wick movies. They
They
are
are. They
like
are.
yeah, like they're awesome. Snatch is awesome. Like seeing Brad Pitt as that character, the Pikey, is fucking cool.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. The last bit of movie news we have is you guys have seen Into the Spider Verse, right? The animated Spider-Man movie.
I watched the first one. I still
Yeah.
didn't get to the second one yet.
Okay. Now, do you
I seen
remember
both of 'em.
the Spider Noir? The black and
Yes.
white. Okay, played
Yeah.
by Nicolas Cage. So Nicolas Cage is set to star as Spider-Man Noir in a live-action movie. It's been
Mhm.
greenlit, and it's live action, obviously not
Mhm.
animated like the original.
Mm.
So yeah, he is going to be donning a Spider-Man costume, and
I can't wait.
I'm stoked. I don't know what the fuck to expect. It's Nicolas
So is this
Cage.
Spider-Man
Like,
old, like 50s?
we'll find out.
I think so for the most part. When you
Yeah.
do look at the character and you look at the time period of that noir s type shit, it is an older gentleman, 30s, 40s type of shit. He's like
Right.
a private eye detective type of shit. You feel me?
Yeah, he's not a kid.
Yeah, he's not a kid at all.
Yeah,
But what I
so
am expecting though, Sin City. I'm expecting some Sin City ish type stuff.
okay.
Yeah,
So
where it's
like
all black and white with a
Mm.
pop of color.
kind
You
of
know,
like Zack Snyder-ish. Okay,
yeah, that shit was good, bro. I did like Sin City.
That's good. I wasn't thinking about that, but yeah, if they are trying to emulate a comic book style, that would be the one to emulate.
Exactly. That was
Yeah.
so good, bro.
Yeah, it's really good.
Big
Yeah,
brain out here.
do you think it's gonna do you think it's gonna be Nicolas Cage doing everything, or do you think he's just gonna voice the character and like just have a
How old is he? Is he in his 60s?
he's got to be up there, yeah.
Yeah, he probably ain't doing none of the action stuff, but he
Nah,
could
nah,
probably
nah.
do all the detective work.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, if you in the Spider-Man outfit, it don't really matter who's in it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know too much about Spider-Man Noir, but I don't think there's a lot of emphasis on him without the costume.
It's
Like,
not.
his
It's always pow.
yeah.
Pow.
So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Like
Yeah.
like this is definitely something I wasn't expecting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool premise idea. I love Nicolas Cage, so
Me too.
whatever the fuck it is, I'm gonna watch this shit. Like
Dog.
it's gonna be good.
Dog, our first, remember when we used to have that PlayStation and it was the Amazing Spider-Man? Remember when we had the demo, we were trying to race on the phone?
Yeah.
Dog, that shit just brought, hearing the Noir shit, I remember that was like an unlockable skin. So
It was.
that shit, yeah, that's bringing back a lot of nostalgia for sure.
Yeah.
Like that was a top tier game for a PlayStation, bro. Like, I mean, it's sidetracked from the movies, but me and Jane should call each other on the phone, and we only had the demo at the time, and then we actually got the game. But it was the part where we had to swing across these buildings, and then you had to fight these little henchmen and all that stuff, and we would race and see who would get to the top. You can be
Mhm.
lying and say when you made it, but you can tell how. I played it so much, I could
Invested
tell.
we was in.
Yeah, you could tell where a person is at if they really
Yeah.
lied. You can't just say, "Oh, yeah, I'm already done" as soon as you start. But
Exactly.
that was a good ass game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those demos
It
back
just
then
ain't make
were
sense how you Spider-Man and you need web cartridges though. Like your only power is
Come
super
on now.
strength. Right, you only got
Yeah.
super strength, and then you can climb up walls.
Some of them did need web cartridges.
I know that's the shit that was weird. I know they tried to make that shit in the movie, but it was like, what the fuck?
I like how they did that in what was the last one?
Oh shit!
The one where
No Way Home.
Was it No Way Home? The one where all three of them appear.
Yeah.
And we see the one that we grew up with, Tobey Maguire. We see him, and he's like, "Wait, what are those?" Because it just comes from his wrists.
Yeah.
And then like the other two are like, "What the fuck is that?"
Have you ever had like a web block?
Yeah.
But they did say, I think I read a lot of shit after that. They fleshed it out. They said not everybody can do the natural webbing. It's actually a gift that was given to him from the original Spider-Man, Spider God or King, whatever you call it. Because it's supposed to be a black guy from Africa, and he actually blesses everybody with the power. And in some of the comic books, he take it away from you. He was like, you strayed too far away from the path and took your powers away. And then he was like, it built character, so I gave it back to you, type
Got
shit.
some Black Panther type shit going on.
Yeah, there's always a black guy from Africa just bestowing
You know?
powers on people.
Right.
But when you do think about it though, they do got it's like a spider god thingy in Africa, like
Yeah.
a big storyteller type of thing. So
Makes sense.
yeah, so that's why I guess they gave it to the black guy. But I think they was on some inclusion type shit. But also we figuring out more about life, so they added it to there.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like when they kind of branch into, okay, these aren't just random occurrences that these dudes got powers. It's like, no, like there's a whole like branching of deities, like the Black Panther god. The one that did it really well was Moon Knight, that TV show. They dealt with the different Egyptian gods that, had different heroes, I guess, that they would give powers to and have them represent them. So I like how they branch that shit.
I remember growing up when I first seen that movie, I wanted to get bit by a spider so bad, but I was scared of spiders at the same time. And I was like, damn, how this shit gonna work?
Right.
I don't know how to say his name though, but it's like Waku Nias, a mythical African god, is the first Spider-Man type shit.
Oh, you looked it up?
Yeah, I looked it up. Of course, they gave him the
most African name on the planet.
Man, it might be the real name, but they gave him the hair. God damn it.
Yeah, that's cool. I dig it.
Yeah. And his suit is like a green, yellow, and brown type shit. But he's a pretty cool guy.
It's cool. I dig it.
I need a movie on his ass.
Right.
They gonna
why you the I Am Legend dude?
Man.
Like, why are you getting all the shine?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
All right, moving on. We're gonna switch to gaming news now. Bunch of stuff went down. If you guys listen to the last podcast, you know that there was a big shakeup going on with Microsoft not doing too well in the public eye, closing a bunch of studios, and now it seems that is not stopping anytime soon. There are reports coming from Jez Corden saying that Microsoft is stepping in and kind of calling the shots now, as opposed to Xbox itself. So Microsoft is the parent company, Xbox is the video game subsidiary, and now it seems that the board of Microsoft is now saying, nope, we're actually going to start making changes. It's not just Xbox and Phil Spencer and Matt Booty running the show.
Okay.
So we were talking about a couple weeks ago, there was the news that a couple Xbox games that were thought to be untouchable exclusives would be moving to PlayStation. One of them being Hi-Fi Rush was a recent one. Sea of Thieves. It made sense because those, especially Sea of Thieves case, it was a live service game. It helps to have a bigger pool of players to play that. But reportedly, the Microsoft board is saying there is no game that's safe. It's called, they have a project name for this called Project Latitude, saying that games that you thought were untouchable, your Gears of War, your Halo, that has a possibility of coming to PlayStation.
I like that.
That's pissed off. That's pissed off a lot of Microsoft players because they're like, well, then what's the fucking point of having an Xbox if it's all going to go on PlayStation?
Because the ecosystem. You like your ecosystem, right?
So yeah. So like, would you be one to play these Microsoft games as they moved over, James?
Of course. The only reason I bought an Xbox is to play with y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
That bitch is collecting dust. You feel me?
Well, Starfield was like 9 months ago. So
yeah, it's been sitting there the whole time.
260 days ago.
But like, if I can literally play every game I can with y'all from my system, my remote controllers, beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'ma still play it, but it got to be a good enough game for me to go back over there.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like it only because if you're gonna make a one umbrella system, I like the Xbox controllers because I got bigger hands. So if I can get a play, or I mean, if it go vice versa, I mean, it sounds like it's just gonna be Microsoft
one way
taking over everything at this point. And At that point, shit, I love Xbox controllers, but I mean the system, and it really don't matter to me.
Yeah,
It's just a means
yeah.
to an end.
I think P means like as far as like publishing, like making all the games.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
not necessarily going to be the only one in town. Um, but yeah, so this report came out by Jez Corden, basically saying that um, it's a mistake that Microsoft's board is doing this because the reason why I'm upset is that Phil Spencer and the Xbox heads have said for years, this is our plan moving forward. We're going to buy these studios. They're going to start coming up with games, and then the big thing is they're going to go to Game Pass first, day and date.
Damn, they
Right?
wasted a lot of money buying them studios, right?
Yeah, and so me and Seth talked about this last week, but the games are taking too long to make. They're becoming too expensive, and if people
Mhm.
aren't playing them right away, it's a flop. You know, like it's a loss.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing they really had to save them was Game Pass. You know, people, if you have more people subscribing to Game Pass, it doesn't matter if they buy the game. If they play the
Exactly.
game, cool. You know, but yeah, to me, I don't like it. I don't want people that don't know shit about gaming calling the shots of our gaming division. You know what
We
I mean?
talked about this with motherfucking Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, these stories are all kind of connected.
Yeah, I
Activision,
just heard they said Xbox lost the Game Wars. That was the main thing I took from it.
yeah,
Bitch.
it's still early. We don't know yet. Again, these are reports. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so these are all connected. Activision, another studio that Microsoft spent big money on to buy. The big news coming out of that was Call of Duty. The next Call of Duty game is going to be day and date on Game Pass. So if you have a Game Pass subscription, you don't got to pay for Call of Duty. The next one that comes out, it's on there.
What?
So we'll see you there, James.
Right, yeah.
but
Bitch.
but they've already basically said that if that or not if when that happens, the price of Game Pass subscription is going to go up. Right now, I think for Ultimate, it's like $18 a month, so it's going to be over $20, like for sure.
That's wild.
So
this price gouging is fucking insane, dog.
they didn't say anything about the past games, which I was interested in because if they
Because they
brought the
got
past, if they brought the past ones, I'd play them. You know, like
Yeah.
there's a bunch of them that I never bought because like World War II, Advanced Warfare, never played them.
Mhm.
I'd play them if they were on Game Pass. There's possibility that there will be incentives for you to have a Game Pass subscription, like XP tokens or special loadouts, that kind of thing. So I would imagine they would incentivize you to have a Game Pass subscription so you can get Call of Duty and some buying power when you go to the store. The final bit of gaming news we have is again Square Enix, publisher and creator of the Final Fantasy games, says they are done with PlayStation exclusivity when they realize that their profits are not where they want them to be. So they basically put out a press release saying that they are going to be doing a very stern push to have more games on Nintendo and Xbox and PC moving forward, not just on PlayStation. So for Xbox players out there, there's a good possibility that there will be a Final Fantasy bundle somewhere in the store in the future. So cool. Like I dig that, you know, it's a win for everybody. They get more money, they get to make more games, and everybody gets Final Fantasy. So it's good for everybody. Yeah.
I do love Final Fantasy though.
I was never into JRPGs.
Hey man. Say man.
Well, no, I mean, like,
I like Final Fantasy, okay.
Well, that's a JRPG. Like I was never into them.
Why?
Okay, why? It really annoyed me when you would see these stunning fucking cinematics and cutscenes, and then the gameplay would start, and it looked like you'd rub
Sprites.
glass in your eyes.
I
like,
said that in the
I give you
podcast
that.
before.
I
I
give
said
you
that in the podcast.
Because like when I remember being a kid seeing these commercials, like, wow, this game looks fucking advanced as shit, and then you turn it on and there's fucking text bubbles. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, you spent all the budget on the 2-minute cutscene.
It was PS2 graphics on PlayStation, and I was like, ain't no fucking way this really it. The camera angle is all the way down there, and it'd be a but the storyline was good though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's why I think that's why I never beat it, because I couldn't get past some stuff 'cause I couldn't find it. I'm running
Didn't
around
you
the
give me
goddamn
that game,
map,
bro?
Yeah,
you single-handedly shaped my childhood. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I
True
had
that.
all the games. Like when I be seeing lists about all the. Yeah, if you still had this game in mint condition, you got $10,000. I
Yeah.
gave all my games to this motherfucker.
Way to
Mm-hmm.
go, James.
I had the original Ocarina of Time Zelda
Yeah.
on Nintendo. I
Yeah.
had the Super Nintendo version of it. I had every last game that was quote unquote famous.
Oh shit! All right, I forgot one. Um, have you guys probably seen this by now? Assassin's Creed Shadows was
Yeah,
announced. How you guys feeling about that?
I heard that you can play with both characters. You can play with this black samurai and the female,
Yep, it's gonna be two
and you can
characters.
interchange back and forth like live, like
Yeah,
Grand Theft Auto.
yeah. I
Ah.
think they're going to be using the samurai character. I forget what his name was. Was it Yasuke?
Yasuke.
Yeah. They're going to be using him as the Valhalla style brawler. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
Valhalla didn't really have much in terms of stealth gameplay, and I
Yeah.
believe the female Asian character is going to be the stealth one. So
Mm-hmm.
the cool thing that I like is that they're Ubisoft, known for also making the Splinter Cell games. They're bringing Splinter Cell mechanics back into the stealth part of the game. So
Okay.
they're going to
Mm.
be bringing, like, I don't know if you guys remembered playing Splinter Cell because there was a long fucking time ago, but they had like a little light
Yeah, the
thing.
shadows. Yep.
Yeah, so you're going to be able to put lights out to hide in the shadows. You'll have a little meter that tells you like if you're hidden or not. So I like that they're bringing that back and bringing stealth back into the forefront of it.
I'm a
That's
stealth
dope.
person. I'm a
That's
stealth
dope.
person at heart.
Yeah, but yeah, like I think that's what annoys people is like Assassin's Creed could have always been a stealth based game, but like the most they ever did was, oh, these people are also wearing white cloth. Stand in the middle of them and
Yeah,
no
and
one
put
will
your
see
head
you.
down.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah,
that's kind of lame.
yeah.
Now I give it though. I give it to them because a lot of the stuff was centered around daytime though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They didn't have a day night cycle in the first
Yeah.
ones. Yeah,
So that does make sense high through the day. But that nighttime sequence, you got to think about it. A lot of Asian movies, a lot of Asian games, when it comes to that ninja assassin shit, is done in dark. So for
yep.
them to add it at this part of time makes sense. You know?
You think they gonna add that shit, or how Zelda? You know how you got a weapon, or like any zombie game where your
Durability.
game, yeah, the durability. You think they gonna add that shit?
I don't think
I
so.
hope not. It wouldn't
Was it
make
in?
sense.
I don't think it was in the. Yeah, it wasn't in the any of the Assassin's Creed games so far. I
Yeah,
think that
Origins. I don't think it had, but
I
you had a
think
lot of.
I think they're gonna keep the weapon system they have where you can find better equipment and obviously you want to keep that for microtransactions if you're Ubisoft, so I think they're gonna
Hmm.
uh, I'm interested to see what they do with cosmetics go because Japanese clothing and shit like that shit can go crazy. Like the different armors for a samurai, like
Hmm.
I might be buying some shit. Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's cool. Like there's been rumors of a Japanese centered Assassin's Creed for I want to say like 10 years now. It's been a long time, but
Hmm.
to get the confirmation that's the next one, looking forward to it. Gonna play it.
People was hating on that damn Yasuke part though.
Not hate. The one I'm about to mention wasn't hate, but the part that cracked me up was someone posted like a Japanese character, and then Yasuke standing next to him. He's like, the assassins among us. It could be anybody, and it's like you're the only black guy. Can't really
Oh
hide.
yeah, yeah.
I ain't see that one. I just
But
was
yeah,
seeing the people like there would never be a black samurai. There would. Why is he black? Why did it? Black people taking over? They just want to be put in the shit. And you like, bro, this is an actual character in real life, a
yeah.
well documented character. But I did hear they said they don't know if he actually reached the title of samurai, and some people say, and then
I
other
think he
people
did.
say he actually did.
Man, I'm pretty sure. I thought he did.
Yeah,
Yeah. Again, like
but
that's the cool thing about Assassin's Creed. For me, I'm a history guy. I fucking
mhm.
love like it's kind of nerdy, but I do like that Assassin's Creed will have like the different landmarks and they'll give you the history of the landmarks if you want to go into the codex and read about it. To me,
Yeah,
that shit's
yeah.
cool. And even the
Yeah.
different characters, they'll give you a timeline of how they were involved in the events. So it makes sense to have Yasuke because he was an actual historical figure, So I mean, I'm down with it. Like I
Just some
don't see a
good
problem
ass
with it.
lore. When they be doing that little background
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Hey, you never
yeah.
know. Probably the next 15, 20 years in the future, it'll probably be another Assassin's Creed, but army based. Motherfucker shoot like John Wick style.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I can see it happening.
He'd be a famous sniper.
Oh, like what's that? Simo Haya from Finland, got like the highest sniper kill count. Bad man.
Yeah.
What was another one like White something?
White Death. That's Simo Haya.
Oh, that's it. Okay, that's
Yeah,
crazy. That's
yeah,
crazy.
Like he never used a scope because you don't want anyone to see the glint, so he was
that
like no
man
scoping
was
dudes.
brutal. He was amazing.
Yeah,
I heard
he
so much shit about him.
Yeah, like he got shot in the face. A grenade went off by him. He lived. Like once he healed up, his face was really deformed, but he went right back out there. Went back to killing Russians.
That lets you know he was born for that.
Oh yeah.
That's him.
He's a murderer. He's a paid murderer.
Oh yeah.
Something happened to him,
That's
and it
legal.
might be told in the new John Wick movie. What got you to this point, sir? What training? What canon event happened in his life that made him turn to this killer? Somebody kidnapped my daughter. I'm killing all of them now, like type shit.
I want that movie. I want a Simo Haya movie.
Yeah. And don't make it a slow burn.
Right, yeah. All right, guys. We are good on time, though. This has been Off the Top with Eric, Paris, and Red. I am one of your hosts, Eric, and joining me tonight was...
Your boy P.
And your boy Red.
All right, guys. We will catch you next week. Gang, gang.
Yes, sir, Ski.